Hi everybody, my name is Chef Ben Katzara with A Cake to Remember, my business, and it's out of Lee Summit, Missouri, and I'm originally from Tampa, Florida. So today I'm going to show you a few things about what I do in my business, but if you ever have had that birthday cake or wedding cake and it was just so delicious, well, we're going to start from the very basics and what is inside of that cake that makes it so delicious. And so what I use is a layered cake, otherwise known as a torte. And the really fun thing about making a torte instead of just cake with maybe one layer of filling is that there are several layers of filling. So I'm going to show you how to do that today in this tutorial. And the cake that we are going to make is a dark chocolate almond mousse dream cake. So bear with me here as we get started. So we take our pre-baked chocolate cake, we use our serrated knife, and so the serrated side toward the cake, we're going to lock our elbow to our side and taking the serrated side right into that middle part of the cake on what we call a turnstile. I call a turnstile. And so we just lock that serrated edge to the middle of the cake and start turning, holding the top of the cake with your left hand or right hand, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. And you just score it, meaning you just barely touch it. And then what we're going to eventually do, as you kind of get the hang of it and you kind of score it, you go deeper and deeper until you get to a point where you have completely separated the cake evenly, just like so. So we're going to do that with the second one. And yes, I'm originally from Tampa, Florida, and what got me interested in doing cakes is my grandmother used to make cakes, and I just loved what she did. I thought the really neatest thing about it was that you could do art, but then you get to eat it. So that's what got me inspired to be a cake artist. So now we've got both cakes separated. So we're going to go ahead and use whatever plate you would like to use. Today we're using a silver plate. We're going to put our first layer, just pick it up, put your base down, and then flip your cake over so the porous side of the cake is facing up. Then we have preheated sugar, water, vanilla, and a little citrus over the stove. And we have a brush. I've had this brush since I lived in Largo, Florida, back since 2007. And now it's 2020. My goodness, how time flies. We're just going to take this and douse the cake, especially the sides, the rim of the cake. And you don't have to worry if it gets a little on the plate, because we're just going to cover this up and we're going to put it in either the freezer or the refrigerator to chill before we decorate it in the next tutorial. And so I'm just going ahead and being quick with this. And we also have the dark chocolate mousse, which we're going to be putting inside the layers. And I'm sorry, here is our chocolate mousse. It was hiding. So we have what's called an offset spatula. As you can see, it's not straight. It's kind of like a pizza server, and it comes down and then flat. So we're going to take this nice, beautiful dark chocolate mousse filling on our chocolate almond cake and put a hefty amount. You kind of got to split this because it's going to be 3 layers and 4 layers of cake, right? Since we split 2 cakes. And so we've got about that much on the cake, right? So you start from the center and you kind of just work it out to the sides. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some dark mini chocolate chips on top of this to make it have that extra sense of texture when you bite into it. Or you don't have to. You could also put maybe some seedless raspberry preserves. And it doesn't have to look pretty at this point. This is just the center of your cake. And we take our second layer, again, porous side up. Lay that on top until it's nice. You can see as you use your turnstile how everything's straight up and down. We go ahead and use our simple syrup, again, our sugar, water, vanilla, and citrus. And the reason we use the simple syrup on each layer, and I do this with every cake I make, whether it be an almond frangipane cake, or vanilla, yellow, chocolate, strawberry, whatever, banana, any kind of cake that I make. I do this because I was taught, my mentor, Chef Michael Ball of Let Them Eat Cake in Tampa, Florida, taught me. He was my great master teacher of the pastry arts, that it gives the cake a sense of, when you bite into it, something that you can't quite put your finger on, that you taste, with that citrus and that vanilla. So we're going ahead and just working quickly through this tutorial to make it come out all the way to the sides. And if it goes over the sides, don't worry. We're just going to smooth it out when we are ready. So, again, we're going to flip our cake over, porous side up, and repeat the same process with the simple syrup. And I know, guys, this may seem like a lot of steps, but once you get used to it, it just comes like second nature to you. And so we're just going to make sure we get those sides really good, because the sides can tend to be kind of crusty when they bake, especially with a chocolate cake. So this is really essential, especially with chocolate cakes. Remember that, because chocolate cakes tend to be a little dry. And again, lastly, this is our last layer of filling. We're going to scrape our bowl with our spatula here and see if we can't use the rest that's in the bowl. And if not, we'll just save it for, put it in the freezer and use it for our next cake that we do. And so, we're going to smooth this out so it's nice and flat. And as we do this, it is making our last layer of filling on top. And you're going to see how this all comes together in about just a second. And we do this in steps. Any cake maker does their cakes in steps. It's a step process because there's chilling, freezing that has to take place, especially with wedding cakes, because those wedding cakes have to be structurally sound, just like an architectural building. Oh yes, lastly, don't forget the top layer of the simple syrup, making sure you get those edges real good. And so we have almost completed the process for this tutorial, and as I'm using the rest of the simple syrup, if any of you'd like to message me here on YouTube with this video, I'd be glad to give you any recipes that I have. I'm not afraid of sharing a recipe with you, and to teach you, most of all, to teach the world what I know, as it was so graciously given to me. So as you can see now, I'm going to smooth off any of the excess, kind of the ugly part, if you would, going all around the cake. And you'll notice that your cake's kind of tall. It's kind of a tall cake, but that's a good thing. You don't have to put as thick of layers as I did, but I just think for this particular chocolate almond, dark chocolate almond mousse cake, that it's appropriate. I always keep paper towels handy as well, so that we can wipe our plate off whatever kind of platter that you're using for your cake. And that makes it nice and neat. I always love to clean as I go. With any of my cake making processes and baking processes, I'm using regular saran wrap. You can get the off-brand if you'd like. And I'm just going to take this, lay it on the side of the cake, okay? Because we're going to freeze this, so we can have it ready to decorate in just a moment for the next tutorial. It'll probably take maybe a half of an hour to set in the freezer, because that'll further the process of it chilling up and setting up nice and firm for us to decorate without getting all that chocolate mousse and cake and the icing that we'll be using for that. And I can't wait till you see the decorating portion of this, because it's going to be a great learning experience, and you'll at least get to see the way I do it. So we'll finish up by putting the last bit of saran wrap around this, nice and tightly. Not too tight, but just enough to keep all that mousse in there, all the goodie. And try to keep that top sealed up as well. And as we just pat the sides, pat the top, now you have your dark chocolate almond mousse dream torte. And so I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, if you have any questions about the recipes of any of the ingredients that we've used today, go ahead and message me, and I'll be happy to share the recipes with you. And stay tuned for the next tutorial. And we're going to put roses, and I'm going to show you how to make roses for the cake. And we're going to ice the cake and make it ready to either sell or to eat or to give to a friend, loved one, for a special occasion. And thank you for being with me today. And have a delicious day.